Let's start with this one. This is the question you're trying to do. You will see in a bit. Let's start with this one. What would you do first?
Do the sign identity.
No, compound angle for sine. Yeah, compound angle for sine. So using sine A minus B equals to what?
Equals to sine x cos y.
There's no x somewhere.
Sorry, A cos y plus B, sorry, minus cos A sine B.
Using this, it implies that 2 sine alpha minus pi over 4 will be 2 bracket sine alpha cos pi over 4 minus
sine
cos alpha sine pi over 4. So this will be 2
Pi over 4
let's say
is
pi over 4 is pi over 2.
cos 90 is 0.
Pi over 4 is not 90, sir. It's 45.
Pi is 180.
Last time I checked.
Yes. It's 2 root 2.
I think I meant to put this as root 2 instead. So what do you get?
Both is 2
Both is
root 2.
2 root 2.
Yeah, roots are the same. 2 root 2. Okay, so it's going to be sine alpha times
2 root 2.
2 root 2.
No, sorry,
root 2
over 2.
Root 2 over 2. Cos
Cos
alpha
alpha root 2 over 2.
over 2. So when the bracket is open, you have sine alpha times 2 over 2, right?
Yeah.
Cos alpha times 2 over 2. That's 1. So it's just sine alpha minus cos alpha. Now, to the sweet question. Okay? To the sweet question. Find the possible value of values. So it could be 1, it could be more than 1. We don't know. Of tan alpha if this happens. So, like you all said, you start from here, right? So, by compound angle, right?
Yes.
Maybe we don't have to state that because of the space. So basically, this implies, what is tan A minus B?
Tan A minus tan B over 1 plus tan A tan B.
Good. And this is
Tan A plus tan B over 1 minus. Okay.
over what?
1 minus tan A.
Good. What do you notice?
They are different to 2 squares.
Both numerator and denominator is difference of 2 squared. So that gives you what?
Tan squared A
Tan squared A
minus tan squared B.
Good. And this is
Over 1
minus
minus tan squared A tan squared B.
exactly. So then you can cross multiply.
Yeah.
Yes.
To cross multiply, you must have gotten tan squared A minus tan squared B is equal to 1 minus tan squared A tan squared B. What do you think we could do?
Put tan squared A tan squared B over to the other side.
Actually bring everything to this.
Everything to the other side.
You'll see why.
Okay.
Tan squared A. This could be here.
Yeah. Plus.
Because these are something connected to both.
Yes.
So let's put it in the middle. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
Plus
Plus tan
Plus
squared A.
Tan squared A,
Tan squared B
then minus,
tan squared B
then
minus
minus
1
1.
equals 0.
Just a thought. Let it be there like that. We could have done this. Okay? Equals to 1 instead. What can you do?
That's where we got stuck.
That's why you go stop. Okay, it's okay to get stop.
Oh.
What?
You want to say something clever?
Say something.
Take out tan A, take out tan B, and then do the magic thing.
Take out tan A. Let's see. So that would be
1
plus tan squared
tan
B.
squared B.
I don't think we need over bracket.
I see it.
Then here,
Minus tan squared B. No, wait. minus 1.
Minus 1.
Minus 10 squared b minus.
Then you have what?
1 plus 10 squared b.
Wait.
You take out, no, I swapped it, so
Don't
it
swap
looks
it.
better. But that would be the same as the first bracket.
But at least write this
Oh,
first.
okay. 10 squared b.
Oh.
Right.
Yes.
Plus 1.
Because otherwise, we'll be wondering why did you get that? Don't swap immediately. So now this looks the same,
Yes.
right? So you can is it okay to now swap when I'm factorizing?
Yeah.
But please, when you're writing this, let us see that this is this. You can take your time to write one more line. I'll do that. But you don't have to do this one. But this is very important. Minus 1, 1 plus tan squared b is equal to 0. So what can we do?
Now we can take the
Factorize. Use the
Factorize.
Factorize. The common factor would be
1 plus 10 squared b.
1 plus tan squared b. Then into bracket.
10 squared a minus 1.
So what can we do with this?
What's it called? Difference of two squares? For
No.
10 squared
Difference of 2 squared. They are not the same factor.
Equals to 0.
Equal to 0. Because if the product of two
Oh, right,
numbers
yeah.
is 0, each of them is 0, but not really.
We don't need 10b.
Yeah.
So how can we just get rid of it?
Divide both sides.
Divide both sides by
How do you sure that that is not going to be 0?
Because 10 cannot be negative.
Says who?
Me? Wait. Oh, the 10 squared.
So,
No square number can be negative.
good. So if no square can be negative, plus 1 is definitely non-negative.
Yeah.
That's the reason you can divide. Okay? Since 1 plus tan squared b
It's not.
can never be 0. In fact, can never even be negative.
Yeah.
Just say it's greater than 0.
Yeah.
Okay? Divide by 1 plus tan squared b. If you divide, then you have what? Tan squared a minus 1 equals to 0. It means tan squared a is equal to, what do we do next?
Could be plus minus or
Plus or minus. So it means tan a is square root of 1. Then tan a is plus or minus 1. That's why the question says value of values. Don't try to find arctan. A is arctan. No one asks you for A. Find tan A, you get to tan A, you stop. Alex, I just said no need to find arctan. Why are you pressing that? Okay? So, understand?
Yes.
I think you were almost there. You probably got to this point.
Yeah, because we didn't think of moving the 1 over, so I didn't see it.
So you try everything, both sensible thing and unreasonable thing. Even though, as long as it's logical, mathematically. But you might be, do I really need to clean that window? Nobody really uses that. Just do it.
Move it backwards.
You understand? Just do it. That's how to, get problem solved. Okay, so over here now. Mr. Elson, we had a deal. Okay.
Move it back to
Now, for this one, it says, write this sum in this form. You're going to come across this question a lot. Okay? So where you will begin is this. You start from here, because we want to write this in this form. Yanko, I'm here now. You're still staring like that. Is there a problem?
No.
Please focus. We want to write this to look like this. So basically, we want to ensure that 2 sine x plus root 3 cos x is written in this form. We want to ensure that. Okay?
Yeah.
We want to ensure that. So that's why I'm equating them from the beginning. Which means my 2 sine x plus root 3 cos x is actually k. Then I use the compound angle. Sine x cos a plus cos x sine a. Okay?
Yeah.
Using the compound angle formula. Of course, you don't have to write using the compound. It's just a way of expressing. So I can actually say from the beginning, like, oh, using the compound angle, blah blah blah. Then I write this one, you know. Then this implies this. So maybe I can do that. Using. So because this is in terms of x and a, we change this to maybe p plus q, so that the other first one looks like a formula.
Yeah.
Understand? So then I say sine p cos q plus cos p sine q. Using this expression implies this. Understand?
Yeah.
So the same expression, 2 sine x root 3 cos x is now k sine x cos a, k cos x sine a. Understand?
Yeah.
So what we will normally do is to compare both sides. The sine and the sine. Can you see?
Yeah.
The cos on the cos. If these two must be the same, it means their coefficient must be the same.
So k cos a equals to 2, and then k sine a is equal to root 3.
Compare both sides. Compare both sides, then k cos a is equal to 2, k sine a equals to root 3. Understand?
Yeah.
K will be the first thing to be obtained. So call this equation 1, call this equation 2. Okay? To focus on K, you square both sides and add. Then you use a Pythagorean identity. Add the squares of equation 1 and 2. Can you see that? Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
When you square this, then you add together. When you square this, what do you get?
K squared.
K squared cos squared a. The second one also, k squared sine squared a. You are adding now. Can you see? Then the other side will be 2 squared plus what?
Plus 3.
Root 3 squared first, please.
Okay, root 3 squared.
So we're squaring and adding.
Yeah.
Because then we can eliminate one of the variables. So that will be k squared, yes. Bracket, yes. Cos squared a plus sin squared a, which is equal to 4 plus 3. So k squared bracket what? 1. Equals to 7. So if k squared is equal to 7, it implies that k is equal to
Plus minus. Root 7, then
plus or minus, right? But we have a condition.
yeah.
Square is at 0.
Okay? So k is equal to this, you can say because k is greater than 0. That's why you are not considering the other possible value of k. Now, it says that now we have found k. Now we need a. A is between this range of values. Understand? So now it's for a, where there might be two possible values.
Can we just
Anyway.
sub it back and sub k back into
We will put it back, of course. I'm just trying to see why I put that condition. B. Now, squaring and adding is the solution to k.
But still, we need to find a.
Yeah, exactly. I'm coming to. Oh, sorry. That's not B yet.
Oh, okay.
Squaring and adding is the solution to k.
Yeah.
So find a. You just divide.
Yeah.
You divide the two equations to get tan. Divide equation 2 by 1.
Mr. Daniel,
Yes, sir.
to find A, do we really need to divide 2 by 1?
Can't we just
Yeah. Just
Put-
put 1. Put 7.
root
7
7
equal
back into the thing?
1 or 2.
Oh yeah,
Move it
true.
across. Arc,
True. We don't
cos.
have to do that. That's true. Because we already know one of them, right? Yes, you are right. You are right. We don't have to do that. So we could use any of the equations. Put yes. Put k into Any of the equation. Which one do you prefer? Let's say 1. So root 7 cos A equals to 2. Cos A equals to 2 over 7. A equals R cos of 2 over 7. What's that? Usually there will be two possible values there.
40 point.
Now because this is in pi, so put your calculator in radian.
Oh, right here.
The radian. 0.713. So A is equal to 0.713. Can we get one more? Which region is cosine positive? All students take coffee. Here.
Yeah.
Right? So the angle here will also be 360 minus the first angle.
360, yes.
Remember, this is 0 to 90 or 0 to pi over 2. This is 90 to 180. This is 180 to 270.
Yeah.
This is 270 to 360. Okay. So the angle here, I must have done maybe a conversion before. But if you don't remember, maybe I will explain it in the general class later. It's going to be 360 minus the first angle. Okay? Because cosine is here. In this case, it will be that angle minus 180. So 360 is 2 pi in this case. Minus 0.13. So what do we have?
5.57.
5.57. Oh, okay. So A is equal to 5 point, yes? 57. So A here is 0.713. 2 pi.
714.
713 is just round.
Okay, so 714. Alex, confuse me. Or maybe I confused myself now.
Oh, you confused.
Wait, is it 57?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are these two values between 0 and 2 pi? Yes, because 2 pi is 6 point something.
Yeah.
So there are actually two. Normally, I would expect this to be 0 is between, this A is between 0 and pi. So you don't have to worry about two possibilities. So you just focus on this one. I think the general class are welcome to leave, while others should remain quiet, please. Thank you.
Why do we only need to focus on one?
Say that again?
Why do we only need to focus on one?
No, we're not we're focusing on the two. But if my condition, I should have said the condition that 0, if the condition say, not I should have said, it's not an error, we're just finding more possibility. If the condition say this angle A is between 0 and pi over 2, which means the acute angle only. In that case, you just focus on this. You don't focus on both of them. But it's telling you A is between 0 and 360 degrees. So you have to go focus on all the 4 quadrants. Does that make sense now? That's why we are having both. If it was sine, then you do 180 minus, right? If I had used this equation, after the first one we do 180 minus whatever that is. Maybe we could try that because that's where we could also get this. Yeah. Sine will be 2 pi minus that. Pi minus, let's try that. In case you do equation 2, let's see what happens. Using equation 2 instead, A sine A, sorry, root 7, right? It's equal to 3. Hello? There's a class going on here, please. Ladies, thank you. So K sine A equals to root 3 implies that root 7 sine A equals to root 3, yes? Yes. So which means sine A is equal to root 3 by root 7. So our A will be half sine of that. What do you have?
Same answer. Yeah, it's the same.
0.714.
Yeah.
My point is now, let's look at this second possibility.
Yeah, now you get a different one.
Now you get
Now you get a different one. So that's why usually it's restricted to acute.
So this would be 4.
Okay, that's why it's restricted because now if you do tan,
If you use tan as well, you
if
get
you use tan, you're gonna have to get something in here.
So that's 4 altogether.
Okay, So that's why normally it's restricted, unless we could now consider, oh, the intersection of these three possible whatever. But does that mean you have to solve everything? No. You're supposed to just do one, this particular one, because it doesn't work for others. Okay, so maybe what we could do is, now in this case now A will be what? 5
0.8
minus 0.714, and that's what?
2.43.
2.43. Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see there's only one intersection. So that's why normally we do the acute, or we could divide both sides and just focus on the tangent and consider the acute. So normally you just consider the acute, not everything, because you're going to have different possibilities. Okay? So we'll just make use of this. So if I'm to give you this question, I will restrict this to pi over 2 to avoid any form of ambiguity, so that you only consider the acute. It's usually the rule where A is an acute angle. It's usually the rule. Understand? So now, let's focus on the acute one. Then in that case, we don't have to worry about this. So with this now, it implies that 2 sine x plus root 3 cos x is now what? Root 7, yes?
Root 7
Sine
x
plus
0.0714.
that's it. Okay? Now, having done that, say solve this equation. B. And solving this equation means 2 sine x, the equation 2 sine x, root 3 cos x is equal to 2, implies what?
Root 7
Root 7 sine
x
plus
0.74 equals to 2.
Good. That's the idea. But of course, we can solve the equation for the range of 0 to 360. Okay? This range is okay.
Oh,
Unlike this that could lead to ambiguity. This cannot lead to any ambiguity. So this will be sine
x
x plus 0.714 2 over root 7. So which means
x
our x
x
plus
plus
0.714
equals to
arc
arc
sine
sine 7 over 7.
over
2 over
What's
root
that?
7.
with 7.
And then x
equals
equals
to
to
sine arc sine.
not x equals. This sum is equal.
But when you move,
when you
to the
move
other
it
side,
over, yeah.
But can we at least get that first?
But it's gonna end up. Yeah, it's gonna get the sum.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, maybe you.
because then we
Yeah,
would
'cause
round
we'll
it,
round
round
it,
it,
yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to consider this in the 4th quadrant. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Just give me what you see.
0.8.
X plus 0.714 is equal to what?
0.857.
857, or the same x plus
get out.
0.714 is equal to pi minus 0.857.
That's sine.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, sine is in the first 2 quadrants. So it might be confusing if you take it first.
This is in the A quadrant. This is the S quadrant.
What?
This is the A quadrant.
First, second.
Yeah, first quadrant, second quadrant, not AS quadrant. First quadrant, second quadrant. My A means all are positive. My S means only sign is positive. I believe you remember this from IGCSE.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah. So if you subtract, you get positive, yes? Talk to me please, focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 857 minus 714, what do you have?
0.143.
0.143. And for this,
should we do the step first?
which one? No, there's no need. In this case, you can just send it straight away. You understand my point here?
Yeah.
So this will be pi minus 0.857 minus 0.714. So in this case, x is equal to what?
1.57.
1.57. Okay? Radian. So what you could do, not compulsory, you put rad in the bracket. Because it's not, if it is in pi form now, yeah, it could be clearly seen. But if I cover everything and I just say 0.81, it could be a number you got in algebraic calculation somewhere. But rad in bracket means, oh, actually this is a radian measure. This answer represents an angle and nothing more. It's like solving something and you say x is equal to $5. We know this is about money. Understand? Does this make sense, please?
Yes.
So again, I would like to change this to avoid any form of ambiguity. Between 0 and 90. What? Yeah, in the worksheet too. Please, let's focus on this before you change all that. Let's focus on this because of time.
Oh yeah, okay.
Can you make sure we have this, Elsie?
Also,
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
it's already in, I think.
Now,
I'll check.
for the last one, I want you to listen attentively.
It's in already.
Attentively, please. After this, you are able to solve all the questions in your worksheet number 2 for compound angle. Okay? Now, you see, it says find the exact value. I want you to put this in your calculator. Arctan of 1/4 plus 2 arctan 1/3.
that's 1/7.
Oh yeah, 1/7. My bad. My hands are not working.
It's on
In radian, of course. See what you get.
Oh, radian.
0.78, right, 7.
0. Are you still in radian?
Yeah,
0.7.
85.
Can you see if it could give you in fraction by
Yeah, pi over 4.
pi over 4. That's better.
What?
Are you sure none of this could have been a fraction?
Pi, you get pi over 4.
1 over 4 pi, so it's pi over 4.
Yeah, I did not get that.
SD is on your calculator,
I
Elsie.
did.
You highlight it, you highlight the answer. Oopsie. Are you sure the calculator is not tab out? Just kidding.
I need this school.
Just kidding. But it's alright. I just wanted to use it to verify something. Please focus now.
That's weird.
So the question is, how do we get this? Normally, this kind of calculation will come in paper 1. If I'm to set, I put this in paper 1, where calculator is not allowed. So it means you can't even use your graphic display calculator to check anything. Yanko is like, oh no, don't you dare do that. Welcome to Word, dude.
So you take AA.
Welcome to the real world, dude. Okay, now, how do we go about this? We focus on them as if they are different variables. So we're going to call this maybe x, we're going to call this maybe y. It means we're trying to do x plus y.
2y. Right?
Oh yeah, x plus 2y.
Okay.
No. I could call this entire thing y.
Oh, okay.
Or I could just focus on this. So maybe I can do it in 2 ways. We can do the 1y and the 2y. We can do 2 ways. So let's call this method 1. Let's arc tan 1/7 be x, which implies what?
Tan x equals to 1 over 7.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yes?
Yes.
Also, and arc, let's do the without the 2 something now. Or let's take everything. 2 arc tan 1/3 be y. This implies what? Y over 2 first,
Yes.
because we have to take the 2 first. So this implies arc tan
Equals to
1/3 equals y over 2. And that implies that tan
y over
2 equals 1/3. Okay? Now, how does this help us? We are trying to find here x plus y. So, x plus y is the original question. Arc tan 1/7, yes?
Yes.
Plus 2 arc tan
1/3.
arc tan 1 over 3. This is
Yeah.
our x plus 1.
Yes.
So that's what we are trying to find. Let's apply tan to both sides. Tan x plus y will be tan of this sum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tan of this sum means what?
Arctan.
Arctan 1 over 7 plus
2
2
arctan.
arctan 1 over 3. Something like this. So this is more or less our A and B. So tan A plus B.
Oh.
That would be tan A, yes, plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. So this is equal to tan, yes,
Arctan.
good, tan arctan. I'm still worried about this too. Because when I do tan of this, so maybe this approach is not helpful. Let's focus on only this one.
Okay.
Okay, let's